Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to my new video that is unfortunately not from my series Redesigning Greek Mythology, but this time this may be from my new series where I draw my mom, because I drew my mom and I made a video about it and it was the first video on this channel, so this is maybe a rather nostalgic video. But hey, if you don't know me, I'm Morgan, I'm a graphic designer, illustrator and an art student, and this is my YouTube channel. Anyway, as I said, and as you know from the title and from the miniature of this video, today I'm going to be painting my mom in a style of famous artist Modigliani. And since Modigliani is my mom's favorite, the pressure is on. The pressure is on, like it has never been on before. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started with the painting. I'm probably gonna say drawing as well on accident, because I'm not really used to saying painting since I don't really paint. Anyway, let's get started with the painting, not drawing, with the painting, and I will talk as I go. So, as I said, I drew. The first time I recreated my mom, I drew her as a Leonardo da Vinci's portrait, the lady with the animal that I right now don't know what's the term for in English, but I basically drew her as a lady with guinea pigs, since at the time we had guinea pigs and I thought it would be just funny to do that. But since my mom was asking me quite, not really on daily basis, but you know, when it come to it, like her birthday or any kind of celebration where you're supposed to get presents, she was like, maybe you should, like paint me or draw me or in a style of my favorite artist, so like Modigliani. And the thing was that I knew I had to paint and I don't like painting. Well, maybe now I'm realizing maybe I should say something about Modigliani as well, since he's someone that I'm kind of ripping the style from and I think he's worth a mention. So Modigliani, with his full name Amadeo Clement Modigliani, was born on 12th of July 1884. His works were very heavily influenced and inspired by African art, especially masks, since, as you see, the shapes of the faces on his portraits are basically that. Some of his works were also inspired by Cézanne. Modigliani was very talented from an early age, but unfortunately when he was studying art in Italy where he was born, his poor health really did not like that, so he had to quit that for some time. But at the age of 22, Modigliani moved to Paris to pursue his art career, and 2 years later, when he was 24, he sold his first painting. His life in Paris went kind of on and on, as it's usually very common for artists. He got addicted to a lot of stuff, usually drugs and alcohol, and in general he had a lot of mistresses and just had that kind of artist wild lifestyle that was, as I said, usual at that time. Unfortunately, Modigliani also destroyed all of his works or paintings in general because he called them childish. They were usually the ones that he created at the beginning of his art career. And as it usually happens, Modigliani died on 24th of January 1920 after he was taken to hospital after his mistress found him in his home passed out on the floor. And also, unfortunately, she killed herself because she was already 8 months pregnant with Modigliani's second child. So before really diving into the thing that I was really scared about, I kind of felt that I'm gonna suffer a lot doing that because, as I said, painting is not my strong skill to have. I was scared. So I kind of went into the default Procreate brushes, since I don't have any downloaded specific brushes for painting. As I said, I don't paint, so I only have downloaded specific brushes for drawing things. So I went with a default brush in Procreate and kind of started experimenting with it, since when I studied Modigliani's style, it's really textured and you can see the texture and the layers of paint. I took the brush that I felt was the closest to the paintings that I used as a reference for this painting, picture drawing. And to be fully honest, as I started doing my thing and kind of experimenting with the blending, because the blending for me is the most painful thing usually that I'm not really good at when it comes to painting. I'm good at laying the flats for the painting, but then the shading and the blending things together is not the best thing for me. But surprisingly, everything started turning out pretty good. I was actually very pleased, very pleased. And I was kind of doing my thing, not really caring about how it's gonna turn out, since I just felt like, I'm just gonna do this and maybe I'm gonna then do it again just to, have some practice now and not be too worried about the outcome. So this is like the first try, that I'm gonna have like another try maybe later. But that did not happen, which I was, as I said, pleased and really glad about. So I did not have to do this 2 times and suffer twice as much, because this thing started turning out really, really good, even from the very beginning when I started, even from the initial sketch that I drew, not painted, that I drew. I'm still surprised to this point that it just turned out the way that it turned out. But I also had some struggles with the painting, mostly with the jacket, because I bought my mom a pink jacket since that was something that she wanted. And when I was I was looking for something for myself, I found the jacket and I was like, hey, should I buy it for you? Is that something that you wanted? And she said yes. So the same thing that I did on the last drawing of my mom when I drew her coat with the pattern. Now I'm not sure what pattern it was, but just if you want to know, then you can watch the video. But I watched it myself like just a minute or two, and well, the quality is not the best. The miniature may be nice, but the things that are inside, except the drawing, because I still like the drawing quite a lot, even though it's like 2 or 3 years old. Otherwise, not really proud of that anymore. Anyway, even when I had struggles with the jacket, I kind of sort of managed things to work out, and I think everything turned out really, really good. Also, through the whole process, I was kind of checking in if I'm still being within the range of Modigliani's painting style, so I would not just do a painting that's nothing like Modigliani's style of like usually the brush strokes and things. And I think because of the checkings that I did, I think it turned out really accurately. The only thing that's not accurate is that I did it digitally, but Modigliani was doing everything, traditionally with oil paints, I think. Anyway, after I finished my masterpiece on my iPad, there were still some things that were left to do. And one of them is to get this thing printed, then go outside and find the frame that would fit the thing. And I decided to go to IKEA, because I have not been to IKEA for quite a while, and every time I go to IKEA, it's like a holiday for me. So I went to IKEA, I picked the frame, probably one of the biggest that were there, because I don't like to make my life easier. And because the frame was white and I kind of felt like I want to give it more fancy vibes, I also went and bought a gold spray paint, which was way more expensive than I actually thought it would be. So my bank account was not really happy about that, but what am I gonna do about it now, right? So after buying the frame and the spray paint, I went to a safe space and spray painted the whole thing, which took me quite a while. The first day was few hours, then I took like a week break because I got sick, because I was not properly dressed for the weather, or at least for the temperature that was on the place that I was doing this at. So I got flu and cold and everything that you could imagine. But after a week I went and finished the whole thing, so it wouldn't be patchy and would be just full covered in the gold paint. And after that, the only thing that was left to do to put the thing or the printed painting into the frame and be proud of myself, because look at that. Oh my god, it looks so nice, especially because of the sunshine in there. I am so proud of myself because the spray painting was a little bit more painful than I would imagine it will be, but I managed to do it kind of okay. I'm proud of myself. I think next time, if I'm ever gonna be painting some frame gold or frames, maybe I think I'm gonna go for not a spray paint, but just a bucket of color. I'm just gonna do it with a brush, because I think that would be much faster, since I don't know, maybe it's just a spray paint, but it was just taking just so long. Anyway, as I'm recording this, my mom still has not got the thing yet, because I did it for her birthday, and her birthday is in a few days from this day when I'm recording this voiceover, so I don't have any reaction or anything, but I'm sure she will like it, because I've put my heart into it. And I did not cry, but I was on the verge of doing it, because I was just desperate with the frame because of the spray paint. That was 1, not working, 2, very expensive. So yeah, I hope you like the outcome, because I love it. I'm really proud of myself for the painting. that it turned out really nice. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like these, because if you do, then it's good for my mom as well, because she will get more presents from me that are handmade. Because as an artist, for me it's very hard to make a present for someone that I just do not buy, like, I don't know, a shower gel or something, but I really like, you know, draw something. It's just too much effort for me. I just like to buy people things because I'm already like overdone with my own art, and then I have to suddenly do something else and some more stuff for someone else, and it's also additional stress because it's a present for someone. So for me it's really rare to do a present for someone like by hand now. When I was a kid, I used to do it like all the time, but now I'm like, if you get something from me and it's hand drawn or, you know, digitally drawn by me, it's a luxury. This is gonna be like Mona Lisa of the 21st century. Okay, it is that precious. So yeah, anyway, as I said, hope you liked my Mona Lisa of 21st century. Modigliani Lisa. I guess. So yeah, don't forget to like this video, comment what would you like to see next from me besides from my Greek mythology redesigning, and maybe if there is anything in general, not just redesignings or painting my or drawing my mom, but maybe there is something that you would like me to do. So also comment section down below, open for everyone. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, where I post everything and I share a lot of stuff there. So if you don't want to miss it, I really recommend following me on there as well. The link is in the description of this video. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of this video. Hope you followed, subscribed, liked and commented, and I will see you next time in my next video. Bye!